Why does equity and diversity matters to Move Up? As an immigrant, as a young female worker, I feel fortunate to be here, to be sent by Move Up. That means I get a chance to bring what I see here in CLC back to my members and people that I represent. It shows how important it is to participate in a union and why my voice matters.
The opportunity to be here as a worker of color, it's so important because it allows me to understand better and hear the concerns that people are bringing, to see from a closer eye all the concerns that people are fighting for, and to be part of that change is just so important. And I'm grateful for that opportunity.
Diversity matters to me, being a minority myself, actually. It matters, but I want to be included in the conversation.
It's important to me because given the hand that I was dealt with, I have more privilege than others, and it's more important to make sure that everybody's voice is being heard. Everybody's voice is equally important and needs to be heard on a level platform.
I think equity matters most because people have felt excluded in the past, and finally there's people that feel like they're really welcome and they really belong at such a major event like this. Our union Move Up sent people from equity groups like myself, and it feels amazing because I feel like I can finally bring my perspective maybe other people don't have. So it feels really great to be included.
This is something that I believe will help us and will go a long way in making us believe, people like me, that we have a place here, we belong, and we can work for the betterment of other workers.
When I went to the Workers of Color Caucus meeting, I felt like I belonged. It felt like we had a voice, and it made me optimistic for the future, because that first caucus that I went to, it makes me feel like for the generation after me, it'll pave a new way for them, so it'll be so much more easier, and they won't have to fight as hard as we've been the people before us have been fighting for us to be here today.
I went to both the Queer Caucus and the Young Workers Caucus, and it was kind of the same thing in both rooms in terms of a record turnout. And I think that's the first thing we kind of celebrated, to have people that have been there for a while let us know, like, this used to be a group of 5-10 people, and now we're over at 100, and that just shows how much progress we've made, but still a long way to go.
It felt amazing. It's great to connect with people like me. It's great to hear from people like me, and also other delegates, what motivates them, what moves them, struggles they face, and find a way for us to all work together to find a great solution.
Everybody has a different story. That's why it's important that we're represented not by just 1 or 2 members, but a full room of people. So it feels great.
Equity this is the future. This is where we are going. Having people here from different equity groups means that we are hearing voices of ourselves, of people who need to be here. It is amazing to be able to be here and support people who are like me, like a lot of us.
Because when the different voices participate in the dialogue, it creates motivation, it creates inspiration to other people and push for better changes.
Consistent and relentless advocacy. That's the way to do it. You just don't stop talking. You just don't stop speaking. And a time will come when people will listen.
It feels amazing because it shows that Moves Up cares about the equity side of things. And to me, it means a lot.
The fact that 60% of Move Up's delegation are from equity-seeking groups, it proves that Move Up is walking the walk. They don't just talk the talk. We talk about EDI, and the fact that over half of our delegation is from equity-seeking groups, it shows not just the CLC, but every other union affiliated with the CLC that Move Up cares and is doing that work.
Being here is really important because I represent the changing face of workforce in Canada.
Here, the opportunity to be part of this change and part of this movement, and just being able to be part of the process of change. It makes me feel included, and it makes me feel activated and just excited to see change happen.
Union equity matters.
Our voice matters.
Equity matters.
Our voices matter. Equity matters.